Alright, so here's the updated office tour. Got all the Christmas decorations which are coming down currently. This is the IT closet, or makeshift storage closet for now, but got everything wired up, all the drops, and now they have combs and cable management. It looks really nice, but I was in here helping the wiring guy terminate some of the things and telling him what drop was what drop and all that kind of stuff. So we should be wired and ready to start work, which is good. This side is still kind of bare. There's the bike rack, but nothing else. So we got this little front lobby area. I really want them to put a TV up here so that people can kind of watch TV while they're eating lunch and such. We have all the desks set up, and we've actually moved a lot of people's stuff to their desk. Business will resume as normal on Monday. We've been using temporary desks upstairs and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of desks. I think 70 to 80 people down here. I think it's 70. Fire code's like 90. So if you can find another place to expand, we can. All of the cabinetry in the kitchen is pretty much done. The center island still needs to have the countertop put on it, but got these very interesting wooden drop ceiling things I had never seen before. One of our former co-workers has some buddies who do a lot of woodwork, and I guess this is one of the products they offer, or we went to them and asked for it, or they let us know about it. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, has some character. Still get everything set up. It's gonna take a while, but we have an ice maker, dishwasher, and then this fridge, which has a ice maker and water thing on it. Lots and lots of storage. We do this thing called Free Lunch Friday, where every Friday the company caters lunch for the whole company, and everybody takes, you know, a whole hour and just kind of like talks and mingles and talks about projects and other stuff. So yeah, this will be nice. We can use this to kind of serve up stuff, buffet styles and all of that. Quartz countertops coming. There's gonna be bar stools here so people can stand up or sit and stand around here and kind of like eat lunch. There's also gonna be a few kind of tables around here to eat lunch in. Temporary microwave. They're actually getting a microwave mounted, I think there, or maybe there. No, I guess the microwave's going here. It's gonna be like a custom thing where it's exact size for the door. But I got our soda machine down here. It's the same one we had upstairs. We get free soda, and I think the aim is to have it so all the soda sits in here. There's gonna be no, like if you ever see me tweet out photos before, we used to have just like shelves of like candy and snacks and all that kind of stuff. You get free snacks. Yeah, this is coming along. When this looks finished, it'll be real nice, and I'll probably do a little bit more of a synopsis on it. This is a meeting or stand-up room. You can see it's not closed off. It's not meant to be. That's all whiteboard. We do Agile and Kanban here, Scrum and Kanban rather, Agile development and project management. And we've been using Kanban walls with Post-its. So typically all these walls will be covered in Post-its. All the lights are on motion sensors and timers, but they also have a button so you can turn them off and on. This is another Scrum room. Then we've got this first meeting room, conference room. They don't have names. We've got kind of a funny naming system here. Upstairs, we've got a bunch of conference rooms of different sizes, but they're called literally V room, this room, that room, other room, red room, blue room, one room, two room. So it's like a Dr. Seuss sarcastic, weird naming scheme that we have going on, but these aren't named yet. We'll see. I think they took a vote and people made recommendations for names. So this is where the engineering team sits. This is where I sit. I am a associate software engineer right now. This is my desk. Got that trip monitor set up. I actually have two computers that I use. Looking forward to getting set up. I will do a new setup tour once I get my new setup done. It's the same size desk. This is actually my boss's quote unquote office. Little TV up there. Got a whole bunch of new LED TVs, much lighter, much easier to put up. That was pretty nice. Got these funky, like new psychedelic looking chairs. They remind me of like a new style modern stuff, but then they also kind of look like something I'd see on Laughing or something like that. And then they also have little desk arms so you can sit down like a student while you're being berated by the boss. Motion controlled desk, which is kind of cool. I'm pretty jelly of this. And then finally this conference room. The big desk. Again, a whiteboard wall. Can't really show you what's on that. Trade secrets and stuff. Two 55-inch TVs. This is the exact same TV that we have in the gaming room. In this little corner, we got some drapes, which I think they want to put up over these windows and make this the photography corner. I don't think it's going to work very well. Basically, when it's sunny, I don't know how you're going to possibly black these out enough so that you don't have just like an uneven gradient coming across every device that we take a photo of. You got some Manfrotto sticks in there, the Manfrotto side mount thing. That's my DIY slider. Got overdrops, some Cowboy Studio lights, white boxes. Got a green screen and some bounces down there, microfiber cloths, super clamp stuff, plugs so we can plug in the camera if we need to, if we're down on batteries, extra batteries. Should be some, yeah, this is the Kudo follow focus. It's down here, which is kind of cool. I might actually be putting that on my rig to take to CES, so we'll see. I don't want to carry that whole Zukudo shoulder rig. I kind of want to be lighter than that, and that thing is monstrous. But this is the current state of disarray of the game room. Tools, all the Rock Band stuff, which is probably going to go under that little nook. This is where the arcade is eventually going to go, the main cabinet. Really need to get back on that. Hopefully as soon as I get back from CES. Nope. We can go get some more materials. That box and that layout has worked out pretty well, so we're probably just going to build the rest of it and set that on top. That's going to have a main machine, probably have a Steam account set up on it, and then we're also going to have a dedicated Steam box to go with the rest of our console-like things. So very messy in here. We've been doing a lot of construction. We actually just put up this wall mural yesterday. Turns out pretty nice. I think it adds a little bit of depth to the room. It also kind of breaks up that solid gray look where I like that color, but like having the whole room in that, you know, it's kind of like droll. But you know, this accent wall with this mural kind of creates a little bit of depth, gives you an outside feel. All that interior decorating, feng shui maybe, I don't know. But then we've got the shelves over here. These I went out and got some molding to put over the front. We're gonna fill those holes with you know, like hole fill and then paint over it. We got the formula for something that comes really close to IKEA white, and that'll be you know, painted so you won't notice those holes or overhangs for the most part. And then we've got LED lights strewn all the way through there, or at least we're working on it. You can see I got my multimeter, some soldering iron, and a lot of LEDs just kind of strewn about. You got the whole box for LEDs. Got this beanbag chair. It says it takes like 7 days to completely fill up because it's got like memory foam and they shrink it down. We'll see if that's comfortable at all. We were thinking about getting 2 of those, one for here, one for there, so that people can sit there. The goal is to be able to get like at least 8 people in here for the new Smash Brothers. So yeah.